Welcome back to another episode of Tinch's Garage. Today we're going to be getting this 59 Ford into the garage so we can see if we can't get her running again after sitting for at least 15 years. Today we're going to be trying to get this 59 Ford started. It's been sitting for I think about 15 years. I know it turns by hand. I did that before I purchased it. And you can see from the cables, they're pretty shot. I'm going to change those. I got points and stuff for it already and spark plug wires. And I think I might have a coil also, but I don't know if it needs it all or not. We're going to see if we can't get it going. Probably just have to clean up the points maybe. But that's the plan. First thing I'm going to do is change out these rotted cables. They're pretty bad. You can see where somebody's they tried to jumper the coil already. We might end up using that, but definitely got to change these cables out. You're not going to get a good connection with them. Don't have a key for this car. It did come with a new ignition cylinder. It's been sitting in it forever. We found about 6 different sets of Ford keys, but none of them would work. You would think that they went to it, but unless they had an issue with kept losing keys and changing out the lock cylinders or ignition cylinders, I mean. This battery tray does not exist. Turns out I'm just an idiot. My battery was dead, or weak. It just turned over a second ago. Let me let the jumper. Real slow though. I might have to get another battery, put this one on the charger for a little bit. I got another battery out in the pole barn. There's probably a bunch of you yelling at the phone or TV saying, "It's the battery, you damn idiot." Yep. And don't worry, I already checked it for oil. It's got oil in it. I'm sure it'll run. It might run like shit, but it'll run. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a stronger battery for it to get the one out of the pole barn. Let me go grab that. I'll be right back. This battery should get her done. It's brand new. Brand new. With the old internet webs. Oh yeah. That don't sound too healthy. Something rubbing down there. I know the clutch doesn't work in it. It makes sure, well, if it wasn't in neutral, it would have lurched forward. Somebody's tried to get this thing running. Or at one time did. Ooh, crusty. Yeah, real crusty. Yeah, look at that. They didn't even have no metal boot on it or nothing. And I think the distributor cap is cracked. Let me hold this with something so I don't get lit up. Nothing. And I did buy a coil for it. Bought it months ago. I'm sure if I haven't forgotten it. Mainly bought this car just for parts, but I just wanted to see if I could get it running. We have another motor for the other 59 that we got outside, but this has got good glass in it. It's got the seat, both front and back seats. That has no interior. It's got all the door cards. They're pretty rough, but at least you got templates. The seats, the seat frames themselves are worth what we paid for the car. The frame is pretty rotten though. It sat, had 2 flat tires on this side, and it sat and rotted the frame out. The other side of the frame is fine, but the back part, back behind the leaf springs, is pretty rotten too. I'm going to say this is original. My 51 had the original coil on it, and it was fine for a while. And then one day it decided to not work no more. But I put Petronics in it. Give it a little bit more reliable spark. I know. Points are fine. But put a little bit better piece of wire on there. Bam, bam, bam. Now let's see what she's got. Nothing. Probably the point. Well, she's getting power down there. See if we can't clean them up a little bit and they're pretty shot. I don't know if there's any. It lit for a sec. Well, my camera decided to black out on me. I replaced the points and now it's getting spark. I gapped them and I went and got some 2-cycle And we're gonna see if she'll pop off. Way too much. Way too much. She wants to go. She wants to go. Just flooded real good. She'll run. It doesn't sound very healthy though. Starter sounds fabulous. Give her a little, the old sauce. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't sound too bad. Oh yeah, we get a fuel system. Temp fuel system hooked up on her, she'll run. I don't know what the coolant looks like. Probably ain't got none in it. Put some water in her, see if she holds water. We don't have no fuel system hooked up, no fuel lines. I believe that's a fuel line there full of mud. Not sure if that fuel pump will work anyway, but it might. I might just go get a little electric fuel pump, one of them little cheapies, and hook it up to a boat tank or something. See if we can't get her to run for longer than a couple seconds. Let me unhook this coil. Let me go and get a little electric fuel pump, and I got some boat tanks around here somewhere, so we'll do that, and then we'll see if put some water in it and see if we can't get it to run for a little while. Go ahead and get this little line ran off of this. Oh, looks like we're leaking. Son of a bitch. Let me tilt this up some. I got the fuel line. These Eldebrock micro fuel pumps, they're not cheap, but that's all they had. This is fuel resistant thread sealant, so it should be fine. Extend these wires on this so we're not, we can put it wherever we want. Couple butt connectors. Ain't gonna be perfect. It's not staying permanent. Well, it might stay permanent, but don't plan on staying permanent. Lighter. Had a heat gun. Oh, shit. Making all kinds of messes. down on the ground. Alright, got a little bit of a leak right there. Nope, accelerator pump's leaking. Imagine that. Now it's starting to squirt a little bit. Accelerator pump's leaking pretty bad. Barely squirting anything out. That's bad. Yep, I'm going to fix that. That's a hazard. That's a fire hazard there, leaking like that. Alrighty, let me see what we got here. I got another tube barrel off of another motor. It might be better, but let me see what we got going on here. Well, I'm back from the parts store. They actually had a rebuild kit for this carburetor. So I'm going to pull the carburetor off and rebuild it so we can get some get this thing to run a little bit longer so we can see if it'll hold coolant. So let's do that. Split it in half. Yeah, I was surprised they had at local parts store had any rebuild kits for something as old as this. Normally they don't even have anything for the newer shit. And like I said before, most of the stuff I've worked on over the past few years has been a lot of newer stuff. I put motors in like newer Hondas, and my son's Chrysler, we put the 5.7, dropped the valve seat, and it blew the piston apart, so we ended up putting a 6.1 in it out of an SRT8. Then we put the SRT8 rear end out of the manual in it to give it 396s and limited slip, so it's pretty quick. The 51 I got was the first old car that I'd worked on in a while. Vacuum line for the distributor. Yeah, really, this car is just a parts car, but I'm gonna try and, we might use the motor for the other one we got, but we got another motor. And I said this was a 292, but it might be a 312. But the frame's pretty rotted, but I'm gonna weld it back together so we can at least move it around and not have to worry about it breaking in half on us. we're gonna have to stop it right here. I ordered a carburetor. This one, the float's bad, and I can't get the float for probably like at least a week. So I just ordered one of them cheap Chinese ones off of you know where, and hopefully that'll get it going. It should, because it ran with carb cleaner and everything. So hopefully I'll get that in the next couple days, and then I'll get back on this. We got some other stuff to do to it. I might start working on the frame, so I can get that posted on there too. But be back in a couple days on it. Let's get it back together. I ended up having a float, well, like I said probably already, from a 4-barrel. It's the same. They can't give you instructions in a piece of paper. They gotta go to their website, download it, and bullshit.
to fly. One wrong word in the whispering game, and the truth don't come out the same. The neighbor started sneaking at the back door. Ooh, that girl was always wild. Headlights fading down the dirt road, just a small town, restless child. One wrong word in the whispering game runs down Main like a summer rain. People talk, after all, you can hide in a town that's small. At the diner on the corner, they know you spent away too long. She wasn't going away forever, ain't no love quite that strong. One wrong word in the whispering game, and the truth don't come out the same. Everybody's got a story, like a shadow, the truth will fade. Word gets around, we all know how the small town talking game is played. One wrong word in the whispering game, and the truth won't come out the same. People talk, after all, you can hide in a town that's small. City light to the county hall, you can hide in a town that's small. One wrong word in the whispering game, and the truth won't come out the same. One wrong word in the whispering game runs down Main like a summer rain. People talk, after all, you can hide in a town that's small. City light to the county hall, you can hide in a town that's small. People talk, after all, you can hide in a town that's small.
I got it running for a pretty long time. You can see where it's leaking, the radiator shot. But it does got green coolant in it, surprisingly. So I ordered a radiator from China, and I'll use it in this to get to where we can move it around. But the other car we got, the other 59 that we're going to maybe use this power plant for, it needs a radiator anyway, so whatever I buy for this will go into that. That's why I don't mind putting a little bit of money into getting this running and seeing how long it'll get it up to temp. Make sure it does got an oil leak. I've seen that. It's probably a rear main, I'm sure. I haven't set up to where I can put fuel to the factory fuel pump yet. I got two other fuel pumps that came with, one that came with the car, and then my son bought a motor out of a 59 Ranchero. I think it's a 332 maybe. Is that what they got? 292s and they got 312s and they got 332s and 352s. The one that's taking all apart the motor we got is a 352, but it was one of them, let me take everything apart and never put it back together. That's where we got the real nice car from. But let me get this running. I'll let y'all see that it runs pretty good. It's got a little bit of blow by, but it's not horrible. It'll probably come around once it warms up a little bit. Starter needs some help. Got a little bit of the rebuild kit didn't really, this accelerator pump don't push all the way out like you would think it does. I think I hear a, I don't know if it's lifters or if it's a dang. Might be a lifter, but could be a spark jumping somewhere too. The plug wires are pretty old. Well, I mean, she's sitting there and idling. Water pump's flowing water. It just, this carburetor is not perfect. He wants to idle high. But I think that's all I'm gonna do on it for now, until I get some other parts. Maybe work on the frame. I'll videotape that too and get it uploaded. And if the transmission, I'm not sure if it works or not. I think it might need a clutch. I don't know if I want to go that far into it. And I don't think it has any brakes. So we'll see. But I'd appreciate it if you like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.